Hi, listeners. This is Ryan. I just wanted to let you know that at the end of this episode, you will be hearing from my nephews. They have just recently gotten into the Muppets, which has made me an extremely proud and excited uncle. And you're going to hear them sharing their thoughts on Muppet Treasure Island. They're sort of being interviewed by their dad, my brother, who has been a guest on this podcast before. His name is Jason. So David is 9 and Sean is 5. So if you want to hear their thoughts, stay tuned at the very end of this episode. If you don't like hearing children talk, then just stop the episode before you hear the end of the end credits music. All right, that's it. Here's the episode. Greetings and welcome back to Moving Right Along, a Muppet movie podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. This is the podcast where we watch Muppet Treasure Island 2 minutes at a time and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Ryan Rowe.
I'm your other host, Anthony Strand.
And today we have a return guest. It's always a lot of fun to talk to this guy. Guess who are you?
My name is Noah Ginex. I'd like to discuss Minix 85 and 86, a remedy to fix any boredom that you've had, because some of this film is kind of bad, but not this clip. You see, our friends are off the ship, and they're kick and punching pirates. On a beach, you could retire it. It's a proper Muppet fight. Will our heroes say goodnight? No, in fact, I'm going to say they'll say good mother morning, just to make Ryan Rowe record a content warning. And Anthony Strand, let's give him a hand, because he'll read the history of this brawl on the sand. It's got a bear, frog, goat, and rat, and a very grumpy pig. Plus Tim Curry kind of standing there just looking at her wig. What's that? You'd like for me to finish? Did I say my answer wrong? My name is Noah Ginex, and this is Moving Right Along.
Whoa.
That was so good.
You know, it has been so long since a guest came prepared with a rap. So thank you so much for doing that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. That was great.
Oh, man. That was a good one.
I started from the content warning. I showed that to Joe, and he was like, yes, please do that. And then I just branched out from there.
I mean, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I'm probably just going to beep that.
Oh, absolutely. You are just going to beep that.
Yeah.
No,
a
it's
beach
not
you
strong
can
enough
retire
to...
at? Was that it?
Yep. Yeah. I needed to rhyme
that.
for pirate.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Great.
So yes, Noah, thank you so much for being here.
Sure. Anytime. I love this. This is my favorite podcast. It's the very first thing I listen to on Tuesdays.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And that's the day all podcasts come out.
Actually, I kind of knew that because you often message me with a single comment about the podcast.
And it's something you recorded weeks ago. So
yes, and I'm always like, did I say that?
Yeah, we have to think back.
Did I talk about Ernest Borgnine? When?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ernest Borgnine. The band, the Black Eyed Peas, being the character Black Eyed Pea. I had no memory of saying that.
Yep.
Like you messaged me about, because you were like the character Black Eyed Pea played Lucy in a Peanut special. Or Sally? Is it Sally?
Sally. Yeah, Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas.
Played, yeah. And I was like, what is happening? Why is no one telling me this? Oh, it's from the podcast. Okay.
Wow. All right. Well, today we're talking about minutes 85 and 86 of Muppet Treasure Island, in which a bunch of heroes fight a bunch of pirates. Like, that's kind of all that's happening in these 2 minutes. And
this is do you remember the movie Captain America: Civil War?
Yeah.
There's a scene where they all fight each other at an airport. This is kind of like that, except it's at the beach instead of at an airport.
And they don't have superpowers.
Nobody turns giant. Except
Right,
Sweetums. Yeah. Sweetums is Paul Rudd.
Sweetums, yes, he already is giant. But yeah, these minutes are just so action packed, and I really love this whole clip. I just think this is so much fun and so exciting, and so impressive the way it's all choreographed and edited, and yeah, it's great.
I was watching it like frame by frame, just moving through it, and like the action cuts like are just amazing, like, and how smooth they are and everything.
Yeah, and I guess we'll get into this specifically, but because Muppets can't really do all this stuff. Like, you have to it takes a lot of effort to convincingly make it look like a Muppet is sword fighting or swinging from a rope, but
Yeah,
they have
Yeah,
to cut very quickly and
I
just
have stuff about all that. So like, yeah, as we move through it, I
yeah.
have opinions and thoughts, and you know, I bet that's how they did this. Is
Oh, good, good. Yeah,
yeah,
it's so impressive. So we begin with Miss Piggy as Benjamina Gunn finishing her thought from last week, telling Easy Pete that no one maroons me and gets away with it. And then she knocks this golden crown out of his hands and incapacitates him with two quick karate chops. Then Black Eyed Pea lunges at her with a sword, but then she kicks him in the crotch, is what she does.
she gives him a good old fashioned kick to the junk. The
Yes.
young people's favorite. Ryan, the children laugh out loud when that happens. That's why it's in the picture. They wanted to make the children laugh.
Did your children laugh, or do they when they see this?
No, they probably weren't paying attention last time we watched this because nobody was saying anything funny.
Okay. But no, I'm sure a lot of children do laugh at that. And
do you
I
think they're
also
laughing at the fact that she's kicking him in the junk, or the fact that you can see the person's finger holding the top of Piggy's leg as it's like kicking him?
Oh, I didn't
Is
notice
that
that.
is that true? I gotta go look now.
Yeah.
It did occur to me that there must be an additional puppeteer just controlling Piggy's leg.
Well,
Let me see. I'm looking. Oh yeah, that's Mr. Bimbo.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Bimbo's in there controlling Piggy's leg.
Wow.
That is so quick though, Noah. Like how and why? I mean, you are a puppeteer. I understand
Yeah.
that, but like I wouldn't have noticed that.
You really did go through it frame by frame.
I mean, that's part of my job, is to look and make sure that nobody's heads or hands or anything is, like or peeking into the frame. And sometimes you just like that is probably the best take of that they got.
Sure.
And so they're just like, nobody's going to notice. It's going to go by so fast, especially back then. Like
Yeah.
the version that you sent me, the 2-minute clip, is clearer than any version of Muppet Treasure Island I've ever seen before. So like that, I'm sure that in 1996 or whatever it was, they were like, nobody's going to see it ever.
Well, and even on tape, like you can't freeze frame clearly. Like home video was common. They knew it would be on home video, but freeze frames don't look great.
Right, exactly. But I was also going to say this reminded me of our previous guest, Jessica Evans, talked about this movie being representative of a certain vulgarity in 90s pop culture. So I feel like the Muppets probably would not have done a kick to the crotch before the 90s. So I think this is further evidence of Jess's theory there.
Also, I think the fact that this shot is like aggressively shaky cam handheld.
Oh yeah, a lot of this stuff
it looks like Born Supremacy didn't come out for another 8 years, but this looks like it.
Was there a kick to the crotch in the Josh Charles fight in Muppets from Space?
Probably. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out next season.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, it worked last time. Let's do it again.
Yeah, when celebrity guest cameo Josh Charles to a fight.
Yeah.
Current network sitcom star Josh Charles at that time.
At that time, yeah.
I mean, if it had gone from Muppets from Space to just like a full on just sports night, like if he had just like they followed him down a hallway and it just turned into, instead of watching Muppets from Space, we watched an episode of Sports Night, I would have been like, that would have been my favorite Muppet movie.
We just watched Dan Rydell be too aggressive hitting on a colleague, and it's supposed to be charming.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a strange Muppet movie, but
classic
it would
Dan
be a daring
Rydell
experiment.
Yep.
So meanwhile, Sam Arrow and Kermit as Captain Smollett are sword fighting some pirates. Kermit calls out, "Good to see you alive, Mr. Arrow," and Sam says, "Thank you." Any comments on that?
Actually,
going by so fast. Yeah.
If you watch Sam's mouth before Smollett says, "Good to see you alive, Mr. Arrow," does this, because you guys have the shooting draft at this, right? Like, are there any lines?
An earlier draft.
Because it looks like he's saying stuff, because like they're moving his mouth a bunch, unless it's just they're focusing on sword play, so the mouth hand isn't, like, they're not really paying attention to what the mouth is doing, and so it's just kind of,
Could it be a
breathing, maybe
of Frank dubbing over Kevin Clash's performance.
Could be
probably.
Set.
Is that who played Sam?
For the most part,
I think
okay.
most
Sam,
of the time.
Sam and Fozzie for the most part are Kevin Clash.
Yeah.
Do we know who played Piggy?
Frank for the most part.
Oh, okay.
That's as far as we know. That's mostly what he was on set for. Was Piggy's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if he would be on set for something like this, which is more like maybe less interesting to him because it's not like the character stuff. It's just such a logistics heavy action scene. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just a heavy action. Like he might not want to like lift that pig. Because like with the wig and everything on top, she must have just been like crazy heavy.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Remember when Bill Beretta made a surprise appearance on our podcast a few weeks ago?
Uh-huh.
We should have asked him what days Frank Oz was on the set.
Exactly what dates and what day of the week was it?
What scenes is Frank Oz in, sir?
Yes.
I got to ask Steve Whitmire, like, who is Kermit and who is Rolf in the piano scene in the Muppet movie? Because I'd always wanted to know. And
did he know?
Yeah, he was right there. He was Rolf's hands. He was like, it was Frank as Rolf because Rolf's head would hide his hand, and Jim was Kermit because Kermit's head is just Jim's hand with a piece of fabric over it.
Oh, sure.
So if it was anything different, it would look different.
They had just done the Kermit and Piggy scene, so that makes sense that it would be Frank. That's who's on set.
Yeah, that looks like it's the same set. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it is the same set as their date. It's in the same room. Kermit and Piggy's date with Steve Martin and everything.
Yeah, but their date is in that like sort of outdoor patio, and then he goes outside.
Right. Yeah, that's true. It is. Yeah, it's a different room.
That's interesting because I'm trying to remember if I had heard that was the definitive answer. I saw Dave Goelz at an event once where somebody asked him about that, and he actually couldn't remember. His answer was basically like it might have been me or Frank or Jerry or Richard or Steve.
That's like, I asked him in Arizona, and he said that. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, it's funny how sometimes the fans remembers these little specific.
Right, and at the time, Steve was way more of a fan than he was, than Dave.
Oh,
was, certainly.
Right.
Yeah, observing.
But I mean, also, if you asked me what I did at work 10 years ago, I'm not going to remember. I don't know.
Anthony, day. What did you do at work 10 years ago?
Probably talked to my friend Steph for a long time.
Okay, so you do remember.
Yeah, but I don't remember what my tasks. I don't remember what tasks I carried out for my job.
Yeah. Okay. More action. Fozzie, Gonzo, and Rizzo swing from ropes off the ship. This is such a quick shot. We talked about how some people don't like seeing Muppets' legs, but I feel like this goes by so fast that even those people can't be bothered by it.
And yet
it looks great.
It looks amazing. It like Rizzo like turns like every frame of that shot, even though it's so quick, like could just be like a production still, like because he is almost making eye contact as he's turning with the camera. And I'm guessing that they probably were just, at least for the other two, were probably tethered at the bottom with like monofill or something, just to make sure that they don't twist around or whatever. Rizzo, I'm sure somebody just spun him. I tried to look and see if anybody's like tossing them, and maybe they did before the shot started because it's
Rizzo
so quick.
Starts to swing just a little bit later than the other two. So I did wonder if there was somebody pushing him or launching him somehow.
Well, I kind of wonder if who's ever playing Beaker didn't push him because Beaker has his hands up.
Yeah, I saw that.
They go down.
It looks almost like Beaker just pushed Rizzo.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Should we start that rumor? That Beaker pushed Rizzo?
Beaker pushed Rizzo.
Oh, he'll never tell.
But yeah, they all just look like they have just the right weight to them.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've seen shots like this before with full body puppets where they just kind of look floppy. But yeah, they just look like they're real, a real bear and a real rat and a real whatever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jim is fighting Calico Jerry and Clueless Morgan at the same time on the beach. Clueless Morgan kind of accidentally jabs Calico Jerry with his sword, and Jerry winces. I thought it was funny that Clueless still has all this jewelry and the gold and things just kind of randomly hanging off of his person. That's funny. He still hasn't let go of this treasure.
He's a greedy boy.
He might have forgotten that he's wearing it.
He probably has. Yeah, he's otherwise occupied at the moment. Now we have this cockroach Muppet who jumps in front of Gonzo and says, "On guard." Gonzo responds by saying, "Mi casa su casa."
Yeah, I don't get that. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, it's sort of keeps going in a second, but first the roach says, "I'll make cheese out of you." What does that mean?
Yeah.
Wait, does he say that in French or something? Or
no, he says it in English.
Says, "I'll make cheese out of you."
He says, "I'll make cheese out of," because Gonzo says, "Mi casa su casa," which
means my house is your house.
That means my house is your house in Spanish. Yes,
my house is your house, right? But so it's like but it also doesn't sound like anything that would make sense. Like, I don't even know what Gonzo is supposed to be thinking of. Is it just like classic Gonzo speaking Spanish for no reason?
No.
That he doesn't know what it means?
He continues to...
He speaks in French too, doesn't he, or something?
I think the joke is that it's supposed to sound like he's in a Japanese martial arts movie.
Yes.
Because then he says, De Soto, Cucaracha, and all with like kind of a Japanese accent like you might expect to hear in a martial arts movie. So I think it's like, this is a very old joke, and I don't think it's
just
ever
problematic whichever language he's speaking.
But I feel like you could still, like, this is... I think I've still seen this in kids' movies and stuff in recent years. I think
because he's throwing the starfish like throwing stars.
Yeah, so he pulls out the starfish, and I think that's all it is. It's supposed to vaguely like, haha, isn't it funny that Japanese people speak Japanese when they do martial arts in movies?
Yeah, but he's not. He doesn't. He speaks.
I know,
and his arms are like must be rotted at the elbow because like in order to do this and then like you would have to like. If they were rotted at the wrist, it would just like it would be just.
I didn't think about that.
Listeners, note that when Noah said "do this," he flung his arms back with his arms bent at the elbows.
Yeah, the way Gonzo swings his arms back and then hurls the stars forward. So there was a whole discussion about this, I think, on the Tough Pigs Discord, because we failed to mention in the scene earlier in the movie when Gonzo talks about having starfish in his pants that. This is almost certainly a callback to that. Like,
it's the payoff. Yeah,
he has the starfish because they've been in his pants this whole time. So good for Gonzo.
You guys ever heard about Chekhov's starfish in his pants?
Now I have. Yeah, let's get that to be. Yeah, that's the new expression.
It's in all his plays. We all remember that famous moment in The Seagull where the seagull has starfish in its pants.
Yeah.
When they hit the roach or whatever that thing is, I'm guessing that was shot backwards and they were like mounted in the wall and then just pulled out real fast, and that's how they hit.
Yeah.
So
I would, that's got to be it.
Yeah, it would be ludicrous to do it any other way.
Yeah, especially. Well, do they do all of them in one shot?
No, it's like
I think it's two of them in one shot, and then the cockroach has 4 arms and 2 antennae. So then it's the other 4 in the next shot, maybe.
Yeah,
but that's got to be how they did it. So he's Gonzo pins this guy to the side of the ship with these starfish. So good thing he had those. Those got to be really sharp starfish.
Not only are they sharp, they're gross because they've been in Gonzo's pants.
True. So now Long John is watching Jim fighting Calico Jerry and expresses his anger. He says, "Come on, Jerry, he's just a kid." Clueless Morgan is meanwhile continuing to swing his sword around. Eventually, Calico Jerry lunges at Jim. Jim crouches down and Jerry rolls right over him onto the ground. And apparently he's out now.
While holding his sword by the blade. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. Jim is holding his sword through that entire, through that entire, bowling him over with, over his back. Like he's just holding the sword by the blade the entire time.
I didn't notice.
They forgot
his hand. Yeah,
they forgot to tell Kevin Bishop where to hold the sword.
That's not how you hold a sword.
Right.
They should have then showed his hand just gushing blood.
You would hate that so much if they did.
I would hate it, and then if it kept going and going, I would start to find it funny.
You like that? You like that SNL Julia Child sketch?
I do. Yeah, I really do.
Sure.
Yeah, so this guy Calico Jerry, like he kind of gives up easily, I guess, if that's all it takes to take him out of commission. But we don't see him again, I don't think, in the sequence.
He's dead.
Or do we?
Speaking of giving up, like Long
They
John is
murdered
literally
him.
just standing there for this entire 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
just standing there watching everybody.
Yeah, he's not joining in the fight. I guess maybe he's
He just
waiting.
stands there more.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't want to get hurt.
that could be. Yeah, he sees everything else.
He doesn't want to grab a sword by its blade.
No, Long John knows better.
So this leaves Jim face to face with Clueless Morgan, but Clueless just says, "Okay, Uncle, I'm dead," and then he closes his eyes and then very stiffly just falls out of frame to the side. Which
I know you guys
makes me laugh.
Talked about his when Leslie was on. You talked about his Clueless's iMac, but like I hadn't really watched it that closely. It's amazing. Like his eyes close, but also his brow furrows,
right?
And they're on two different controls, and so it's just like this gets so much subtlety, and it just watching it just made me just all the more angry that he went missing for so long.
Oh yeah,
because like an original, Pepe's an original character and Bobo's an original character, but like nobody else really stuck around for a long time. And I think if Clueless had the physical puppet had been there, he would have used him for a lot more stuff because he's just so dynamic. Like Johnny Fiamma does not work unless he has the monkey with him, and
yeah.
And so but Clueless, he's such a dumb, lovable character that he could have been utilized for so many different things.
Yeah.
And we just didn't get that because they lost him.
But in this movie, yes, Clueless said uncle. And that is an expression that he is using to indicate that he's giving up with this kind of an old-fashioned expression, but still familiar to us today. But where does it come from? According to an article on the website Mental Floss, quote, "The only facts we know for sure are that it's strictly a North American phrase and that it first appeared in written English in 1918. After that, opinions split as to how the custom developed. The Oxford English Dictionary mentions that it may be a variation of the word anacle, which means protection or safety." And then it goes on to mention an alternate potential explanation from the Roman Empire. When children of that era were attacked by bullies, they wouldn't be set free until they uttered "Patrue mi patruissimo," or "Uncle, my best uncle," just sort of signifying that your uncle is at the same level of status and power as your father. Therefore, referring to your bully as your uncle is like a weird sign of respect. But according to the website Worldwide Words, the practice of using it the way Clueless uses it here might have come from a joke. The author Dan Norder traced it back to this joke from the Iowa Citizen in 1891. A gentleman was boasting that his parrot would repeat anything told him. For example, he told him several times before some friends to say "uncle," but the parrot would not repeat it. In anger, he seized the bird and, half twisting his neck, said, "Say uncle, you beggar," and threw him into the fowl pen, in which he had 10 prize fowls. Shortly afterward, thinking he had killed the parrot, he went to the pen. To his surprise, he found 9 of the fowls dead on the floor with their necks wrung, and the parrot standing on the 10th, twisting his neck and screaming, "Say uncle, you beggar, say uncle."
Okay, 1, amazing. 2,
yes.
Extremely bloodthirsty. 3, that does not feel like the origin of the joke, though, right? Like
of the expression as we know it.
Of the expression, like it feels like it assumes the reader is familiar with "say uncle" as an expression. Or else why is it funny that the bird is repeating it in that fashion?
Why would the gentleman want his parrot to address him as uncle?
Yeah.
And not by his name or
right,
not,
but I feel like the twist is that now the parrot is using it in the familiar say that you give. You know what I mean?
Like, the parrot learned it from the man and then
right.
inflicted it upon the other the fowls.
He snapped.
Uncle.
Right.
He snapped the necks of 9 prize fowls. That's part of the body of this joke.
He did, yes.
That's it. They should have put that in this movie. Stevenson the parrot should have been snapping necks.
Oh wow, that would have been crazy. We don't see any of the native birds on this island, so
no.
Yeah,
Stevenson the parrot killed them all.
He killed them all. Yeah,
snapped all their necks.
Yeah,
he got there first. Wow, what a violent 2 minutes. And speaking of violence, then we see more sword fighting, including Fozzie fighting Angel Marie. Fozzie is covering his eyes. He's asking Mr. Bimbo for help.
And you see somebody's forehead underneath Angel Marie.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It was a human puppeteer, and
probably.
And Mr. Bimbo does help him because he covers Fozzie's face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he
you're
says
right,
help
yes.
and he receives help.
Yeah, it's that hand. While this is happening, Bunsen and Beaker are preparing the ship's cannon. This, I realize, is kind of the final version of something that I mentioned from the June 1st, 1994 draft of the screenplay, maybe last week or the week before, where in that draft, Bunsen had invented like an automatic firing cannon. We don't have that in the movie, but we do have Bunsen and Beaker loading the cannon to fire a single cannonball at a tree, and the tree falls on Angel Marie's head, knocks him out, and Fozzie says, "Mr. Bimbo, that was some amazing swordplay."
I noticed something in watching this that I've never noticed before. At least Fozzie and Bunsen have like no pirate like Ghostbusters patches on their sleeves. Is that something that you noticed earlier in the movie that has been mentioned?
Yeah.
Has it? Okay.
Yeah, but I had never noticed it before this time watching through the movie.
Yeah.
It's starting when the pirates have them tied up, right? Like I think that's the first time we see them in it.
Yeah.
But it's never addressed.
No,
there's never a scene where they're like, "Here's our new Pirate Busters jackets."
And Fozzie's steampunk goggles.
Yeah, which is also reminiscent of Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe something was cut.
And the box on his hat that is like, it says tea and sugar or something. Like,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I noticed it as I was going frame by frame through.
What do you think that is? Like just a protective
It's probably where he keeps his tea and sugar.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Mr. Bimbo likes tea.
So now,
one of the Ghostbusters was on Muppets Tonight, so they should have asked him. It was Rick Moranis. Lewis is a Ghostbuster in the second movie. Come on,
he puts on the uniform.
He counts.
Yeah,
he's more of a Ghostbuster than you or I.
Well, that's certainly true.
I have a Ghostbuster uniform.
You're just like Rick. Just like Rick.
Now Kermit and Sam are outnumbered. They're fighting against 3 Muppet pirates. And then, here comes Sweetums lumbering along.
Yeah.
I believe part of the shot is in slow motion. Lumbering along, yes, because Sweetums is carrying a tree branch and he knocks out the pirates. He doesn't attack Sam and Kermit. He knocks out the pirates.
It's so satisfying. It really is.
And Sam and Kermit are astonished. Kermit says, "Thank you, but aren't you supposed to be fighting against us?" And Sweetums says, "Are you kidding? I love you guys." And as he runs away, he kind of goes, "Wah," which is...
Is this the first time John Henson is heard as Sweetums? Or did he have a line on Muppets
says
Tonight?
I in the roll call.
Sure.
But...
I mean, I more meant this movie.
Muppets Tonight would be after this anyway. But also, I don't think we ever saw Sweetums on it. I don't remember that. Probably he's in that.
We did.
Paula Abdul song.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Because I got a phone call from Kevin Clash around that time because I'd written him a letter, and I was like, "Hey, when is the Paula Abdul episode coming?" And he literally said, "Oh, you like Paula, huh?" And I said, "No, I like Sweetums."
Yeah, I want to say Sweetums sings the line, "Me and you proving everyone wrong."
Something like that.
For some reason, that's in my head.
But
unless
would it have even been?
That might have been Dog Lion.
That's his catchphrase, yeah.
Sure. But I feel like this is kind of...
He said that as he was lumbering after the Studebaker in the Muppet movie, right?
Yeah, right. He's like, "Me and you proving everyone wrong." And he says it again when he busts through the screen at the end. Because it's his catchphrase, crowd pleaser. Oh man.
Yeah, but I think this is probably like the highlight of John Henson's time as Sweetums is this moment right here.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Unless you count the body performance in Muppet Vision 3D.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Because that's the first time he played him.
Right. But that's a split performance with with Richard.
Literally, because he appears on the screen and also in the house when you're watching the movie.
Famously at the end of Muppet Vision.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but now Sam better look out because Polly is swinging right for him. Polly shouts, "Cowabunga!" And when we hear Polly say "Cowabunga," a lot of us are probably thinking of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because that's one of their cool catchphrases. Some people might also remember Bart Simpson saying it in the early days of The Simpsons. That was on a lot of Bart t-shirts.
Yep.
Some people might even know that it's an exclamation used by surfers in the 1960s.
Cookie Monster said it sometimes.
Cookie Monster has also been known to say it. When I was a kid, my grandmother had a cup at her house that I would use when I came to visit. That was like a cartoon drawing of Cookie Monster with a pile of cookies saying "Cowabunga, cookies and milk."
Great.
He was really trying to make that catchphrase happen for a while.
Sure, but
I love it. I love
it originates further back on the old children's TV show Howdy Doody. There was a character named Chief Thunderthud. Chief Thunderthud, unfortunately, was a Native American stereotype. It was the 50s, a less enlightened time. And the creators of the show thought it would be funny if he used some words from his made-up tribal language mixed in with his speech. He was a member of the Uragnak tribe, which is kangaroo spelled backwards.
Great. Yep.
I guess they thought that was funny. And yeah, Chief Thunderthud would say "Cowabunga" as an interjection, like kind of similar to all those other characters to express surprise or just as a general exclamation. So unfortunate origins, but I feel like it's been associated with so many other pop culture things.
Well, and I feel like the surfer dudes in the 60s grew up watching Howdy Doody.
Definitely, yes.
As did Frank Oz.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely.
And Michelangelo would have gotten it from the surfer dudes because he's a party dude, right?
Oh, yeah.
Michelangelo is a party dude. And then he says "Cowabunga," doesn't he, in the theme song? Doesn't he yell "Cowabunga"?
Right I said party.
He says party?
No, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Townsend Coleman, if you're listening, let us know.
Theme song written by, I believe, Chuck Lorre.
Yes, that is.
Oh, yeah.
I know that for sure. Chuck Lorre, creator of 2.5 Men, among other TV shows.
And a writer for Henson in the 80s.
No. Was he? Chuck, you're thinking of Bill Prady.
No, both of them. He wrote on something. No, it was Little Muppet Monsters he wrote on.
For real?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure I've heard that at some point, but wow.
Wow, he should put that in his vanity card.
He probably has at some point.
Probably.
Those are like at the end of an episode, like the giant wall of text that you can
he wrote like a blog post at the end of every one. Yeah. Still does on the I don't know, is the Comiskey method still on? I don't know what shows he has
no
on.
Idea.
Probably has shows on.
That the second sequel to Big Bang Theory is starting.
Oh right, of course. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's still a Chuck Lorre production.
I'm sure it is.
I guess. I'm sure his name is on it.
His name is on it, even if he's not involved in the day-to-day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had some fifth grader or something who was real excited for it.
You told me, Anthony, that you have students who are fans of Young Sheldon who don't even know about the Big Bang Theory.
Yes,
which blows my mind.
I was like being a nerd one time last year, and as I often am, and a fourth grader is like, "You sound like Young Sheldon."
Yeah.
So then I made some reference to the Big Bang Theory. Like I said, Penny or whatever. Yeah. And they had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like I was like, it's like a show about Sheldon when he's an adult and his friends. Yeah. And they're just like, what? Like there's an old Sheldon?
Yeah.
I made a reference to Oprah Winfrey at some point recently, and my kid was like, "What? Who's that?" And I showed her a picture. She said, "Oh, The bread lady?
Oh, from the Weight Watchers commercial.
Well, no, from the YouTube short that somebody made from the Weight Watchers commercial.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's this Weight Watchers commercial where Oprah says, I eat bread every day. I just manage it or whatever. And the point of it is like by watching her points, she can still eat bread every day.
Yeah.
But I remember reading an article, and I got to find this, that like bread sales went way up, but like Weight Watchers enrollment didn't.
Oprah's Bread Club.
On that commercial, yeah. I gotta find that citation. Huh.
That is amazing.
Can I say one more thing about young Sheldon though?
Please do.
Yes.
I remember a long time ago saying that they should make Old Sheldon starring David Hyde Pierce and Dead Sheldon starring Tony Randall.
Hey, if they wait long enough, they can make Old Sheldon starring Jim Parsons.
Starring Human Walter himself. I should be saving all this material.
It's inevitable that the Big Bang Theory will come back in the next few years. Like every sitcom ever made has come back. So it's going to.
Can I say something about Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Yeah.
When they were doing the theme song.
The Juno Award-winning band Bare Naked Ladies?
I probably told you this exact story when we had that conversation. So Ed, the guitar player, wrote it, and he needed to get into the studio to record it, and all the guys were at their cottages or whatever, and he called Tyler, the drummer, and he's like, "Come on, just play some rock and roll drums for me." And Tyler's like, "I don't want to come. It's a dumb show. I hate sitcoms. I'm not doing it." And he finally was like, "Fine, I'll come down, but this better be the next Seinfeld." And it went for 11 seasons, and now they never
12.
have to work again if they don't want. Oh, 12, yeah.
Yeah, they must make some pretty nice residuals from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice. This will all get cut out.
No.
Yeah. I mean, our whole universe was in a hot, dense state, but nearly...
The question is
7 billion years ago. I don't remember what the number.
The question is, which show has the better theme song, The Big Bang Theory or Little Muppet Monsters?
The Earth began to drool. The autotropes began to cool. The autotropes began to drool. Neanderthals developed tools. We built a wall. We built the pyramids.
Yeah, that's science. I would say that Big Bang Theory has it because Little Muppet Monsters just stole theirs from Muppet Babies, didn't they?
Yeah, it's like a variation.
There's
down in the basement, something.
Oh, I would be so impressed if you knew the words.
Down in the basement, da-ba-da-ba-da-da, Little Muppet Monsters. Down.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, in Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh, right. That movie.
Yeah.
What?
Polly crashes into a tree, George of the Jungle style. When he gets up, his eyes
You're talking about that Weird Al song, George of the Jungle? Sorry, go on. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yes. Why did he? I've heard the story about why Weird Al recorded George of the Jungle. There was supposed to be a revival or a...
No, his label wanted him to do a straight cover.
Oh, and that was his idea.
That was the one he chose.
Here you go. Here's the cover I've decided to do.
A very faithful cover of the George of the Jungle theme song. Yeah. Yes.
Nice. Okay. So Polly's all the disoriented from smacking into this tree. He says, "Come on, fight!" But then Sam just whacks him back against the tree. And
Sam is more violent in like these because I watched the like minutes before this just to butt up against it, and like he headbutts somebody right before this clip starts, and then he hits Polly twice. I mean, this is they're at war here. Never accuse me of being Saturday Night Jim Henson, but violence, man.
Yeah. It's action, it's violence. Now Miss Piggy is fighting Short Stack Stevens. She headbutts him. Speaking of headbutting, and then she slaps him, and then she kisses him, which is
violent.
Finally knocks him out. Is that violence?
Yeah, it's very aggressive.
It is very aggressive. You're right, and that's what knocks out Short Stack Stevens. They're just taking out these pirates one by one.
As he falls, he goes, "You like garlic, don't you?"
And then Piggy turns to Long John Silver and says, "And as for you,
Now what do you think of Wilkins? That's what she says to him.
Yeah, that's great. Because that's where this clip ends.
Yep.
Because it's a commercial break. Yeah.
Yeah, a remarkably clean break for a 2-minute clip.
Yeah.
So
we've had a couple of those this movie.
We've gotten a few, yeah.
Yeah, it does happen. So that's pretty much all I have, except a couple of things from the June 1st, 1994 draft of the screenplay. One of the pirates who participates in the fight in the draft is our old friend Israel Hands. Bunsen asks him to hold on to a kite string, and then it's revealed that the string is attached to a large kite that Beaker is riding on, and then a huge bolt of lightning strikes the kite and fries both Beaker and Israel Hands.
I still say they should have had the Swedish chef play Israel Hands.
Oh, that would have been
fun.
Just because he has human hands?
Because he has real hands, yeah.
Sure, yeah. Bolt of lightning, I think, would have felt out of place in this sequence. There's also a gag where Rizzo runs a length of twine through the openings in a bunch of pirates' earrings, and then attaches the end of the twine to a bowling ball. And then Animal drops the bowling ball, and all the pirates' heads just like bonk together because connected with this twine.
That would have been kind of fun.
It would have been fun, but maybe a little bit tricky to pull off logistically.
Yeah. And also, like, it would have made every, pierced person in the audience, like, just wince.
Yeah.
Because they've snagged earrings and, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. And then Stevenson the parrot is also in this scene in the draft. This is the parrot who insists that he's Robert Louis Stevenson, the author of the book Treasure Island.
Does it say anywhere like who he was supposed to be played by?
No, I don't think it specifies the casting. Who do you think it would have been?
Jerry, obviously.
I feel like it would have had to be Jerry Nelson. He proclaims this whole sequence to be a fiasco. Mr. Arrow says, "Really? I'm quite enjoying it." And then for some reason, Stevenson falls off his perch, and Mr. Arrow picks him up. And Stevenson says, "I'm not Mr. Stevenson. I'm Queen Victoria." Sam says, "Your Majesty." And Stevenson says, "Hey, you're pretty cute for an eagle." So there's that.
I can imagine Frank Oz's delivery of "Your Majesty" being very funny.
Yeah, he could make it very funny. Yeah,
because Stevenson was in the
video game,
computer right? Game, like who plays him there?
Bruce Lanoil.
Yeah, but just as a parrot, he doesn't claim to be the author of the book Treasure Island.
Was it the same puppet as the John Cleese parrot from Pigs in Space? Muppet Show?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Stevenson the parrot has his own Muppet wiki page. Let's see. No, it's a new puppet. Okay. Yeah. It's like all green with red like rings around his eyes.
I would love to have seen it. Was Bruce Lanoil on Muppet Treasure Island as like a background puppeteer?
No, he didn't work on the movie,
so he wouldn't have been there. But it would have been cool if he had gotten like a main character in the movie.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But yeah, Stevenson the parrot was not to be his moment in the spotlight in this movie was not to be. So that is everything I have. Anything else about these 2 minutes, Noah? Starting with you.
I was going to do a deep dive and find out a bunch of stuff about John Henson, but life got in the way and I didn't do that. Okay. I do know that his other big role within the Henson Company was to play the Coca-Cola bear in live appearances for the Coca-Cola company and whatnot, because the Creature Shop built that walk-around character.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure what else he did other than, appear in some Sesame Street films.
Right.
Early in his life.
As a kid, yeah.
But we unfortunately lost him several years ago. And
yeah.
I think he was the closest to Richard in, vocally. And I don't know why he stopped doing it, but I love watching Sweetums whenever I see him in this era.
Yeah, it's always fun when he shows up. And that I don't know if I've seen footage of him as the Coca-Cola bear, but that costume / puppet is so expressive.
Is it? I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's a very cool creation. So yeah, Anthony, anything on these 2 minutes?
Well, we got to all my notes, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to all my notes, but I did have one thing out of the Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So let me open that up real quick. That was an extra long creak. Nothing, because there's no sword fight in this book.
Oh, wait, really?
Yes, correct.
So I lied in my rap. I said you would tell the history of this brawl on the sand. And
yeah, it does not happen. No,
the history is that there's nothing.
Yeah, they just like get the treasure and escape and go home. You know, like Long John threatens them with pistols and stuff like that. But yeah, there's no sword fight.
Wow. Okay, this is so much better.
The word sword is not mentioned in the book. The word blade is in there a couple of times because people are carrying blades or whatever. But yeah.
What about cutlass?
No one carries a sword in the book. Let me double check. Let me open up the old Project Gutenberg copy that I can search.
Yeah.
Do you have another sound effect for that? It's just Steve Gutenberg going, hey.
Yes, cutlass is in the book 18 times.
Okay, that's something.
Yeah.
It's not in these 2 minutes, but I just watched the majority of the movie this evening because I hadn't seen it in a long time. And one of my favorite jokes in the whole movie is like they're steering. I don't know what they're doing, but like Gonzo's like, come on, Rizzo. And Rizzo goes, I'm going as fast as I can as he's just hanging.
Yeah.
You know, right behind him. Like, I don't know why I found that funny, but it was just like he's dangling feet and Rizzo not doing anything. It just, for whatever reason, made me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good physical comedy puppet gag. So, Noah, we like to ask all our guests 2 questions. The first one being, what is your history with this movie?
I would have seen it in the theater at least once, probably at Water Tower Place in Chicago.
And remind me, you're a cool teen in 1996.
1996, I was 16. I know I saw Muppets from Space 4 times in the theater, but that's because I had to take several different people. This one I probably saw it the most twice because I was a broke teenager. And I remember liking it fine. You know, I was just excited for a Muppet movie that I could see in the theater by myself. Sure. And I think at the time I still thought that Fozzie sounded weird. And I think it's due to Frank looping him, which I didn't realize at the time because Kevin's puppetry of it is so like his mouth is real floppy and like he sort of like his jaw almost disconnects and like moves out from it, like sort of like the way Grover does sometimes, where like he sort of moves in a really strange way and he like opens his mouth real big. And I think Frank had to match a lot of that.
Yeah.
Emotion, And so I noticed that, and I noticed that like Kermit's eyes got real big when he was holding on to Piggy, but that hasn't happened yet. And it was fine, There's a second question, right?
Yes, the second question is, where would you rank this one alongside the other Muppet movies?
They fall exactly in the order that they came out.
Wow.
All of
them? Except for the last 2.
Okay.
The last 2 are flipped.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
That makes it easy to remember your ranking.
It does.
Sure. Yeah.
Just diminishing returns.
Yeah.
And then a slight step up at the end.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
And I noticed you have your Sam Arrow action figure with you there.
Yeah, well, I brought him down just because we were doing this.
Yeah.
And he's just hiring Dixon Hill to... I have something I want you to investigate. I can't do it. Patrick Stewart.
Wait, I got it. You keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yes.
Could we please stay in this holodeck for longer?
I noticed when he is like the ghost of Sam Arrow, I think they probably used like the old headmaster puppet from Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, they probably used
and just like put dust on it or whatever.
Right.
I'm trying to cover for Anthony going to get
rather
something.
than building a brand new puppet
exactly
just for that scene or
dirtying up.
Yeah.
You know, something that because if you look at him, like the regular Sam Arrow is like real angular and you know, his beak is all sharp and everything. And then when he's dusty, he's like real soft looking. It's definitely a different puppet.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. None of us noticed that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Talked about that.
You said you were at a Dixon Hill adventure? Oh no, Reginald Barclay's already in the holodeck.
Wait a minute, hang on.
We are playing with toys here on Moving Right Along.
Yep.
Hey, my dad's.
Hey, Jake, it's me, Dr. Bashir. Go. Jake, I'm afraid that your dad needs you back on ops or something. I'm genetically enhanced. I don't know.
Wait.
Wow. Those are the only two I have is Barkley and Cisco. Not Cisco. I mean, I got Dr. Bashir. I don't even have Cisco. I wish I did. Someone, hey, listeners, send me a Benjamin Cisco action figure if you want. I'd love it. Yeah, I'm not going to make you.
Well, that'll just about do it for Vulcan Right Along, Star Trek podcast. Anthony is doing the live long and prosper.
I would rank this. What is it? Fifth?
Probably fifth. I would
fifth in the
All right.
I mean, it's better than Nemesis. Am I right? Anyways, go on.
All right. So with that, we will wrap things up for this week. Noah, thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime, literally anytime anyone ever drops out, just text me and be like, "Hey, we don't have a guest for tonight. Just be on the podcast." And
we'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yeah.
As always, we want to thank Morgan Davy, the aforementioned Morgan Davy, for our show's logo. Listeners, you can find Tough Pigs on the internet at toughpigs.com, all over social media, TeePublic, Patreon. You can chat with other Muppet nerds on the Tough Pigs Discord server. You can find Anthony and me on Blue Sky and Letterboxd. I don't have those specific handles in front of me, but we've said them many times before on this podcast. Noah, where can people find you online?
You can find my art on Instagram at art by Noah Ginex. You can find my puppets there also. It's at Noah Ginex Puppet Co. I'm on Blue Sky. I have no idea what my handle is. And all my other accounts are pretty private. So that's where you can find me on.
Sounds good.
And I am often doing some art project for Tough Pigs.
Yes, so. And you are a fantastic artist. So
thank you.
Everybody should follow Noah where Noah can be followed. And everyone should also tell all their pirate friends about this podcast and join us again next week for another episode of Moving Right Along. Goodbye.
I can live with it. It's from Deep Space Nine!
All right, David and Sean, what did you think of Muppet Treasure Island? What was your favorite part, Sean?
Where all of the bad guys are jumping into the water.
Oh, yeah, because they thought they saw a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah? What was your favorite part, David? Or was there a character you thought was the funniest?
Yeah, I like that mouse guy.
Oh, yeah?
That's my favorite character.
Yeah, who was your favorite?
My favorite character was Kermit.
Kermit? Yeah. And who else did you like? You liked that joke with Tom and Old Tom and Dead Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, you boys laughed at that. Well, they were seeing which people were on the ship, and they said, Tom, here, Old Tom, here, and then Dead Tom.
But Which is a skeleton.
Yeah, he was just a skeleton. And then later that guy was all sad that Dead Tom was dead.
But then there's another guy, and he's like, what? He was already dead?
Yeah.
Because he said Dead Tom is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, you boys seem to like the part when they were checking to see who was on the ship. Because then they also called for somebody with no head, right, Sean? Yeah, was that funny? What did he do?
He was like, thumbs up.
Yeah, he just had to give like a salute or something. Anything else you want to say about the movie?
I was like really funny how there were those pigs, and first they were scary, but then they turned good.
Yeah.
And also, I like that part where like they were like, "Hey, we see you have the gun. Bye."
Yeah, they were acting all tough, and then they said, "Oh, you've got boomsticks. Bye-bye." Yeah. What, Sean?
I like the part where like all the bad guys were like all the good guys were facing on the main bad guy.
Yeah.
And like they had like lots of swords.
Yeah.
Poked in
They were all saying, you gotta go through me, kind of.
Remember Polly the lobster?
Yeah, that lobster was acting like a parrot.
Daddy.
Yeah.
She's like, "Hi, I'm Polly. Give me a cracker." It was funny how that sheep guy didn't get killed, but then he just said, "Oh, I'm dead."
Yeah.
He just like said, "I'm dead," and then fell down on purpose.
Yeah. And what were you saying at the end, David, when Piggy was fighting everyone?
Piggy Kung Fu.
Yeah, you seem to like that. Anything
It was
else?
funny how they were singing that song while they were upside down.
Yeah,
I
they
also
were.
remember the part where like, "Hey, we all have cabin fever." Choo, 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 choo.
Yeah. I've got it too.
You
Yeah. All right. Thank you, boys.